Hello and welcome to sunny Mount Panorama for another classic Formula race. We have Zoppo on pole, myself second, then Kevman, John Boy and Tweetman at the back. This 20-minute race and it's going to be quite a spectacle here at Bathurst, where you just know those close walls and tight corners are going to cause absolute carnage. Zoppo gets away really well at the front. And it's going to be a long slipstream battle down here. We've got Kevman slipped up into second and then first. Look at Kevman going for it. He's already tasted victory in the first race. He knows how to win these races. And right now he's going for it. Zoppo slipping down the order. He's not been a fast driver, but he's been a dependable driver. Oh no, Kevman's gone out wide. That allows Tweetman through to come from the rear into first. Tweetman absolutely making the most of the slipstream on that long straight. He didn't look too clean through there. In fact, he's out wide. I think he had a bit of an assist there from a certain old man, and that puts Kevman back into the lead. Zoppo in second. Looks like John Boy struggling a little bit at the back, or maybe he's just trying to avoid any kind of confrontation that could result in damage, because that's the last thing you want around this track. It's not a short circuit. It's a circuit where you really need to make sure your car's in tip-top condition to stay confident. Kevman pulling out quite a lead already. Oh, John Boy there making a move on the Gran Turismo in the background. We go back down through this twisty section. We've got John Boy in the background a little bit sideways. Managed to gather it up. Tweetman looks a little bit aggressive, but he got blocked there, and that allowed John Boy to come through. He's not going to be pleased about that. Got to expect Tweetman is going to try and come back. They're going through. Oh, Tweetman's off. He's on the grass. And he's back. He's lost very little speed. He's got dirty tyres, so Tweetman's going to have to be careful in the next braking zone. Is he going to try and get past Zoppo under braking? Zoppo, they're going for a move on. John Boy couldn't quite get through. Tweetman comes out. Going up the inside. Has he made it? He's made it through. So Tweetman up into third. Great move there. It was almost clean. There's a little bit of bash of wheels, but we'll try to ignore that. Kevman now under pressure from John Boy, but John Boy's under pressure from Tweetman, so John Boy's to go defensive. That cost him. Oh, but Kevman's out wide. That's compromised Kevman's drag away, but I think John Boy's still defending. So John Boy unable to do anything to capitalise on Kevman's mistake. To go back down this long straight on lap 2. A surprisingly clean first lap. John Boy definitely sizing up Kevman. Is he going to go jump to the inside? Perhaps he's hoping Kevman's going to outbrake himself again, does he? I think he did. Yes, Kevman's gone out wide. Oh, it's disaster. Down to third. John Boy and Tweetman drive through. They've got nothing to do. No manoeuvring or overtaking. They just let Kevman go out wide. So he'll be kicking himself for that. We come back over the rise and it looks as though John Boy and Tweetman now pulling away from the rest of the group, although John Boy bashing the wall quite hard there. I don't know if his car's come away with that without damage. Damaged steering would be an issue, but this early in the race perhaps he could. Oh, I say perhaps he could pit. That's surely damage for John Boy's car, or maybe that accident was caused by damage in the first place. We don't know. We're going by what we can see, and what we can see right now is Tweetman in the lead and John Boy under pressure from Kevman behind him. So, this time last lap, Tweetman was on the grass. This time he's in the lead. Kevman just snuck through there into second place, and he's got Tweetman in his sights. He's going to go for the pass. Nips to the inside. Oh, a bit of a nudge. And that'll be looked at by the stewards, no doubt, if they can bother, which they probably can't because they're me. Oh, Kevman's outbraked himself, and Tweetman's outbraked himself, and oh, Tweetman collected Zoppo there. Surely Tweetman and Zoppo both with damage from that incident. Tweetman, it looks like he's going to dive straight into the pits. Yes, he is. There's a Gran Turismo in the pits as well, so there's damage all around, and Tweetman's hit the wall on the way into the pits. He's overshot. That's not what he needed. About Zoppo. Zoppo's also coming into the pits. So right now John Boy is just driving away with it. 3 cars in the pits with damage. Kevman electing to continue, so he might have been safe, he might have avoided all of that carnage and just come away with nothing more than a dirty car. Well, I said at the start of this that John Boy was struggling a little bit. Clearly it's worked out just fine for him. Myself out of the pits already into 3rd place. Tweetman and Zoppo still having repairs done. Let's see who comes out first. Zoppo's out first, so Tweetman's car must have been in a very sorry way. He's come out of the pits in last place. Oh, I'll be fuming after that. You don't want to see Tweetman driving angry. It looks like he's lining Zoppo up. Tweetman doing his best to recover. Oh, Zoppo's overshot. That puts Tweetman beside him and then in front of him. So a mistake from Zoppo allows Tweetman through into 4th. Can he climb any higher? We know that Tweetman is a very rapid driver. Now, John Boy almost led for the whole lap, but he now is coming into the pits. So I think John Boy did have damage earlier, and he's decided that he can get rid of some of that damage now with the advantage he's got, and still come back with a good result. Is Kevman going to come through? I think he is. And Kevman's going to come through to take the lead. Gran Turismo there in 2nd. Is that car going to get past the pit lane exit before he comes out? Yeah, John Boy still in the pits. Tweetman. Is Tweetman going to make it past John Boy as well? The pit lane here quite long. There is John Boy coming out in last place. Oh, Tweetman there, slides to the back end. And I think he may have damaged his car on that barrier. So Tweetman pushing very hard and perhaps a little bit beyond the car's capabilities. Oh, he dropped under braking. Massive accident for Tweetman. Hit the barrier, careened across the road, straight through the gravel into the opposite barrier. That car must be very second-hand right now. And also, what's happened here? Oh, another braking issue and probably another broken car. It's on the Gran Turismo, and that's going to be Zoppo and John Boy coming through. We're going to see myself in the pits here. We're not. What about Tweetman? Is he heading for the pits? Oh, he's got all kinds of issues. Tweetman's car not handling properly at all. Oh, you can't get that going. Tweetman in all kinds of trouble. He'll be heading for the pits surely to try and make that car drivable again. Or maybe he thinks he's just missed too much of the pit entrance. I don't know. This is one of those tracks that can get you reset if you don't enter the pit properly. So he was going to try to continue. Up at the front we've got some big battling going on. Zoppo, John Boy and myself all together, and Kevman just there in the lead. Kevman did have quite a big lead, but I think he's been driving safely while the cars behind him have been pushing. Oh, is this a chance for John Boy? Gives Zoppo a lot of space. And Zoppo lives to fight another day. But they can't fight too much while they're doing this. The Gran Turismo is closing in and the Kevman mobile is getting away. So John Boy wants to get past Zoppo as quickly as possible. Zoppo's lost it. He's lost it in front of John Boy. We've got a 3-car collision there. I think we're going to have more damage on those cars. And Kevman, living a charmed life, as once again he's allowed to just drive away while everyone else crashes. Kevman now onto the main straight. Has he got enough of a distance behind him to avoid a slipstream? And Zoppo into the pits. So Zoppo in for repairs. And yeah, it does look like Kevman's got enough of a gap. Back to myself to avoid an overtake at this particular juncture, but you know, we've seen him miss his braking point here a couple of times. He gets it right this time. Kevman going through there, quite a lot of space given to the barrier, a lot of respect. Kevman determined not to mess that corner up. Meanwhile, behind, John Boy all over the back of my car. And he's going to try that move again that he tried on Zoppo by the look of it. Going to go over the rise, around the outside, up the inside. He's got to decide very, very soon because John Boy much faster at this point in the race. the back end of that car swirling around, just costing him precious traction. He's going to do it under brakes. No, no way through there, and then this is going to be a very difficult place to pass, unless there's a mistake. Doesn't look like it right now, but it does look like second place's days are numbered. John Boy looks fired up at this point in the race, and this is where he's going to have a chance, because he's going to have the slipstream. Myself there not getting much of a slipstream from Kevman, who's quite a distance away, and this should be a pretty simple overtake, unless John Boy's carrying damage, which is slowing him down. And it could be, because I thought John Boy would be much faster down the straight. Intriguing. That's a defensive move there, forcing John Boy to go the long way around, and he doesn't get through. Oh, and John Boy there drops in the grass and recovers it. What an amazing save. Well, that's just showing off John Boy. Meanwhile, it looks as though Kevman's lost a little bit of time here. He could be vulnerable on the long straight. Tweetman and Zoppo are a long way off this group now. And only 5 minutes to catch up. It's not looking likely that they will. But I think Kevman's going to be under pressure very, very soon. Tweetman in the pits again. So more damage on Tweetman's car. This becoming very much a test session for him. John Boy closing in. If either first or second makes a mistake, John Boy is going to pounce. Oh, Kevman looks deep. He is. Kevman's hit the barrier, slowed him right down, and that's put the two cars behind him right on his tail. Luckily, they both slowed down to avoid an accident there with him, so Kevman having a little bit of breathing room, but has he got damage on that car now? Is Kevman now more vulnerable than ever? Oh! Myself and John Boy both clipping the wall. These cars getting really bashed around in this race like we haven't seen already in the previous races. Kevman sideways drifting through there, costing himself time. Under pressure now, could be a move for the lead. No, Kevman gathers himself up. He's really dangling that carrot in front of myself and John Boy. John Boy coming out of the slipstream to go for a move. Hasn't quite got the overspeed. He's still trying though. Look at him, took right into the back end of the second place car. Now he's going for it. Got the inside of the next corner. And John Boy is through into second place. It's been a long time coming, but it did seem inevitable. But can John Boy get up to that top spot on the podium and deny Kevman another win? Well, Kevman's out very wide there. That's going to cost him. John Boy looked planted. Oh, Kevman's dropped it. He's dropped the back end of his car under braking, and that is a disaster for Kevman, who was doing so well, and now he's struggling to get it going. Dirty tyres, worn tyres, no traction control, and lots of horsepower. Really giving Kevman a lot of trouble getting away. I don't think he hit the barrier particularly hard, so he should be alright damage-wise. But now he's got everything to do again. On to the final lap. John Boy, he's got a great lead. John Boy's doing everything right. He's keeping his head down. He's got a good gap back to second, managing it very well. It's the view from John Boy's car, and what a view it is. Here we go. Look at all that in the distance. Fabulous. Oh! John Boy dropped it. He's still in the lead, but John Boy's lost his advantage. Has he lost too much of his advantage though? Could this be a rare grandpa win? Or has John Boy still got enough in the tank, even with the damage that he's no doubt just picked up? Find it down this straight. Is that black car going to pull up behind John Boy? There doesn't seem to be any kind of slipstream advantage there. It could be just too far back for the grandpa mobile. All John Boy's going to do now is keep putting in the right direction. He's a little bit defensive there. Oh, and that's the charge all over for Grandpa then. The back end went out. That's given John Boy just the breathing space he needs to really manage this last corner. Doesn't need to go too hard into there. boot it out, head for the checkered flag. John Boy wins at Bathurst. Myself second. Kevman, after a very unlucky race, third. Soppo fourth. And Tweetman, well, that didn't go Tweetman's way at all, did it? He's coming home in fifth. So well done to our winner, John Boy. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching the race as much as we enjoyed racing it. And I hope you'll join us again next time for more Gran Turismo 7 action. For now, I want to say a big thank you to our channel sponsor Button Bashers for PCs, consoles, games and accessories, to our Patreon patrons who support the channel in their unique way, and to Discord who take part in these events. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to those around you. Bye bye for now.